Hey there, welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm going to touch on just a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me. 4 best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. Fantastic. Listen, this is the Priesthood reading. What's good, Priesthood? Fantastic. Yeah, I've been rocking with y'all pretty hard lately, okay? Like, it's game time for the Priesthood. It's game time. It is not a game, okay? It's game time, and it's not even a game, okay? Absolutely. All right, fantastic. Let's find out what the ancestors have to say to the Priesthood. Creator, ancestors, what you got to say to the Priesthood? All right. This week, the Priesthood, and going forward. Do the right thing, do the divine work. Let the spirits guide you. All right. So here's the spirit on the back riding the human being like a chariot. Okay. So the ancestors are guiding us this week. I mean, like special mission. Like we about to mount up. You know what I'm saying? So do the right thing. Make the movement. All right, because this is the dance card. It's all about moving and movement. Proceeding forward. Sense of purpose, sense of direction as well. Okay, but the ancestors are going to be driving. All right, so just let the ancestors drive. All right, fantastic. Go into it. What you mean? Because why you feel the need to say that? Okay, stay cool. All right, God is behind it all. Fantastic. Always nice to hear that. Using words to remove obstacles. Okay, we'll find out more about that. Stay cool, because destiny is unfolding. Okay, so I get the sensation of kicking up a lot of dust. You know, sort of like when you on the chariot, when you pulling off. You know, and the dust is kicking up, right? So, and then also I get a sensation of a lot of moving parts, and you kind of have to stay still, you know, and let those things move around you. You know what I mean? So, okay. But destiny is unfolding though. So don't worry, you know, if everything looks like it's up in the air or whatever. Don't worry. Destiny is unfolding. Stay cool. That's your part. Stay cool. Do the right thing. Do the divine work. That's it. Just allow the spirits to guide you. God is behind it all. Everything's fine. Yeah. Face your fears. Don't be afraid. Okay? Let the ancestors drive. I know it feels weird to not be in control. It feels weird, but trust it. Okay? It's the ancestors. Yeah. Mutual respect. Okay, let's find out more. Because I don't know who's talking or who you talking to, or is this just affirmations? Let's find out more. Oh, look. Oh, you a divine child of God. Amen. Amen. Stay cool. You're going to get what you want because you're a divine child of God. Don't worry. Oh, that's good. Yeah, look. Okay, yeah, don't be afraid. Yeah, you're afraid you might have to go upside somebody's head. You know? Anybody? Side note. You know how you be more afraid for what you might do? Like people, like sometimes you ever get into one of those moments where you be afraid and people think you're afraid of them or afraid of some other shit, you know what I mean? But really you're afraid of what you might do if they trigger you to go upside their head. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't be in control. And therefore you don't know where this is going to end. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing, you know, energetically. So, because look, okay, here's the veteran back from the battle. You dig it? And he doesn't want to have to keep doing this. He doesn't want to have to keep fighting about this. He doesn't want to have to keep pursuing this method in order to achieve peace. You know, he's got to find an alternative to war here. So that's what I suspect you have to do. And I also suspect that you may need to find an alternative to conflict within. Now, I don't know for sure, there's many layers. I don't know for sure that there won't be an outside representation of this. But right now, I'm getting internal conflict, and it could be around the movement. It could be around whatever needs to be done, or it could be around allowing the ancestors to drive, and you might be, because the ancestors, they invisible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's reasonable, y'all. It's damn reasonable for you to be concerned. Like, wait, what do you mean let an invisible person drive the car? Like, how's that gonna work? You know what I mean? I understand. That's why they said don't be afraid. Right, come by and tell me that. Absolutely. So you see what I'm saying? So there doesn't need to be a conflict. Okay, try to hear me and feel me for best results, because God is behind it all. Big picture, common denominator, connecting the dots. You feel me? So trust God. Trust God, and also be ready. Okay, stay ready, and then you don't have to get ready. You know how we do. All right, so that is the recommendation. Get ready to move. I get the sensation. Get ready to move. Get on whatever level. Get off on your floor. Okay, get ready to move. Don't be afraid of the move. Don't be afraid of the conflict, whatever because you don't know what's on the other side of door number one. You don't know what's on the other side. See, she's sitting here with her weapons, essentially a baseball bat, because she doesn't know what's on the other side of the door. Okay, so yeah, pack your baseball bat. Nobody's mad at that. But it's not about fighting. It's not about conflict. Like, you're not preparing for conflict. You're preparing to move forward, whatever. You're preparing to do the work, whatever the work is. Okay? It's God's work. God is behind it all. Okay? So don't worry about this conflict energy. All right? Don't worry about that. You don't need to be in conflict. So see the root cause clearly. So I'm getting right now that Legba here is about creating through the power of the word, creating worlds through the power of the word. Use your affirmations, okay, to help keep your mind cool, to help remember the common denominator and the bottom line and the big picture, okay, and to get yourself out of the way so that the ancestors can drive without any kind of obstruction from you with this conflict energy. Okay? They're trying to drive. They don't need you on the side like, wait, where are we going? Why'd you turn left? Why'd you turn right? They don't need that kind of feedback from you. All right? So tell yourself whatever you got to tell yourself in order to stay cool and calm. They recommend that you remind yourself that God is behind it all. See the root causes clearly, and make sure you put respect on their name. Be in a relationship of mutual respect. Be in a love affair. Affirm your love for the spirit. Affirm your love for the creator. You dig what I'm saying? Affirm your love for yourself and see the root cause clearly. God is behind it all. And the ancestors are riding with him. Do you feel me? All right, fantastic. Let's go deeper. Emperor. Angry Empress. Aha, aha, aha. Okay, let me reflect. Yeah. So I don't know why there's anger here. I'm not sure what that's about. some sort of justice needing to be done, but you have to stay cool. I get the sensation, and bide your time. Bide your time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so now look, both of my been there, done that cards. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if we're on the lover's floor, some dude did something that upset you or something, maybe? Right, that doesn't narrow it down, does it? Hmm. Because I see the King of Wands here, and I feel that the King of Wands. Oh, okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so on the lover's floor, lovers, listen up, lovers. Lovers card. Lovers, listen up. I get the sensation that you had a incident. Let's call it the incident. There was some kind of incident with some sort of King of Wands character. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, some sort of death came to that. Like an emperor who you were involved with is no longer someone you're involved with because he was more of a King of Wands than an emperor. Well, apparently he moved out of the way on whatever scale, right? He's not a factor. Death card. He's not a factor. Destiny. He's out of your way. Clear road. That's what that destiny card represents in my deck. That is the star card in my deck. So he moved out of the way on some scale, or if this is one guy, this is this, component of this guy moved out of the way for the divine calling. Divine child of God. Been there, done that. Uh-huh. Yeah. I get the sensation that there is a cool, calm, collected customer coming into, ladies coming into your fold, ladies and feminines, coming into your fold on some scale. And the last guy, the King of Wands dude, this is meaningful to whatever that incident was. It's connected somehow. Like the scales, like the Libra scales, one thing happens to one side of the scale and the other scale has to compensate, as above, so below. Whatever's happening, it's all connected, right? So that is what I'm seeing here. Now let's get into the monastery with this thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. So, in terms of what's driving you, right? Because we have the chariot here, and then anger. Anger is a major driver, right, of movement for the emotions in particular and for the energy in general. And you have every reason to be upset here with the female Grim Reaper. Mm-hmm. You've gone where demons and angels fear to tread. Mm-hmm. You're well seasoned. The creator has fixed it. The creator fixed it so you would be well seasoned. Mm-hmm. It was your destiny. It was a tenderization. Or if you're a masculine, there might be some woman that was mad at you because you was the emperor. She might have been in competition with you because you was the emperor. Like, she wanted to battle for control, kind of thing. Control of the seat. Not necessarily that she's acting masculine, but she wanted to stand in your place and have your power. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's mad because you didn't cooperate with that. You didn't cooperate with that. You're not feeling that. You too well seasoned. She didn't like the fact that you was well seasoned. She didn't like the fact that you knew what time it was, masculines. She didn't like that. Okay, because you stayed cool. She didn't like that. She wanted you to get hype. Mm-hmm. She wanted you to get hype, but you've been there and done that. You already know what time it is with that. You know what I'm saying? Death of the ego. Okay, so for that guy, for the masculine who's in right relationship, you are the emperor. You have a death of the ego, and you have a divine calling to be the emperor. Nobody can remove you from your seat, and they just have to be mad. That's a damn shame. Is the sensation I'm getting. That's a damn shame, because you must have did the right thing and did the divine work. They don't like it. Then whoever this lady is, if that's your floor. Mm-hmm. Because you were a divine child of God, so you was guided by the star. because the star guides us in our life purpose, and then here's the divine calling. hmm It's interesting because Guede represents also embarrassment, because he's been there and done that. He's the leader of the barons, and here's the barons. You feel me? He's the leader. See, here's the cigars. You know what I'm saying? Bang. You nigga. They sunglasses, chinning, you know, with the cane. Boom. I think that's Guede right there with the cane. Right? And then here he is in the cemetery. Pow. Smoking his cigar. Boom. Sunglasses on. Here's the cane. You feel me? Exactly. Chilling. You was chilling. Somebody wanted you to get hype. You was chilling, masculines. Okay? Or feminines. That component of you, the masculine component, somebody wanted to remove you from power. You was too cool. You was too cool. You know? And that got somebody mad. Possibly a feminine. Some other feminine might be mad at you. Because maybe you stayed cool. You know, and they was trying to bring out this King of Wands energy in somebody, I guess, that you was connected to. Get off on your floor. All right, but you a divine child of God. You've been there and you done that. You already know what time it is. Get hyped for what? Hello? Right. What are you talking about? I'm already the emperor. Hello? Right. So, all right, let us move on. Okay, sorry, the embarrassment thing. The embarrassment, he represents embarrassment because he's one of the barons, and you know how they fuck people shit up and, you know, poke fun at the living, but for taking themselves too seriously. And the same thing with the baron's card, you know. So he's been through that. He's been through embarrassment. He's been through emasculation. He's been through, you know, all of the things that you would think of to take a man down. You know what I mean? And he still survived. He's still the emperor. He's still this cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat. He's still got the motherfucking gangster-ass motherfucking fedora on. Like, what you gonna do? Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. All right. Fantastic. All right, let's go into God is behind it all. Amen. Something is telling us right up in here. Ace of Cups energy. Also, that's Two of Cups energy. So that's the long-term harmonious relationship as well. And then, of course, Ace of Cups energy, Ace of Water. That's the love energy. That's the connection. Connection between above and below. Connection between spirit and physical. Connection between the hemispheres of the brain. And loss is not defeat. You know that. You know too much. These people tried to fool you, it looked like here. Okay? Or steal from you, or some such thing. Or when that happens. Or all of the incidences that match that description. Loss is not defeat. Look. Abundant future. Okay, so let's get back in the sanctuary with the shit. Yeah, listen. Loss is not defeat. Yeah, you about to have this bread. Don't worry. You about to have this bread. Maybe somebody tried to fuck with your bread, too. But that's all right. That's all right. Loss is not defeat. You have an abundant future to look forward to. Not only do you have an abundance of well-being and wealth to look forward to, but you have power to look forward to. Because here, that is the Queen of Pentacles, and she has power in the environment. She has authority and confidence in life. She has authority. You still have this authority. You still have it. Loss is not defeat. Because God, that's why. God is behind it all. Right. Right. And that's what's coming to you. So get ready. That's what they want you to get ready for. Get ready for the fact that loss is not defeat. Get ready for the fact that all of that shit you went through was about God's divine calling and you being a child of God and becoming this cool, calm, wise, decision-making character. She needs people that's well seasoned. This is what the Creator needs. You see what I'm saying? The Creator don't need you turn around crying all the time, talking about, oh, come save me. You know what I mean? I mean, no hate, no shade. I don't get any of that from the Creator. But that's baby stuff. That's baby stuff. That's for the babies that don't know nothing and ain't been through nothing. Okay? They get to cry and say, oh, come hold my hand. Okay? Oh, hold on. Somebody's calling me. Okay, no. All right. Hold on a second. Let me just make sure that doesn't happen again. All right. How? Let's see here. All right. All right. Now let me just turn my phone down. Forgive me. Bear with me. Bear with me. All right. Hopefully that did the trick. Okay, great. So, yeah, you had to become this wise, cool, calm decision-making cat. You had to become this well-seasoned, you know, um, warrior. You dig it? Who's been through wars, right? We need warriors who've been through wars before. Look, sitting prettily. Exactly. No conflict. No conflict. Something is telling you, y'all. And the something that's telling you is God being behind it all. The something that's telling you is the ancestors driving you. Okay, see, because they knew getting you mad like this. No, this is God. Listen, anybody ever seen Enter the Dragon? All right, side note, anybody ever seen Enter the Dragon with Bruce Lee? Watch that fucking film, all right? Watch that fucking film. Because there was a part where he was sneaking into the compound of the enemy, and he had a cobra that he brought with him, you know, to throw into the control room so everybody would leap out of the control room so he could, you know, open the gates and the doors and get in, right? Boom. So what did he do before he put the snake in there? He slapped that shit. He slapped the shit out of that snake a couple of times to piss it off. And then he threw it at the motherfuckers who was in the control room. So, of course, they leaped out of every fucking opening that they could find. You know what I'm saying? So, it's the same principle. The Creator was slapping your cobra. Okay? When this, whatever the incident was, okay? Or whatever the incidents are, you know, whatever your situation is, get off on your floor, to make you mad. Why? Because that's a driver. That's a driver. You wouldn't have moved. Movement, dance, making the right moves, do the right thing, do the divine work. You would not have moved without this driving right here. You see what I'm saying? You had to be driven to become this wise, cool, calm, decision-making cat. You had to be driven to clear your path because perhaps you didn't understand that something was blocking your path. Perhaps you didn't realize that. You know what I mean? So, you have a divine calling. You don't have time to bleed. You don't have time to bleed. Okay? So, somebody was making you bleed. I get the sensation. Bleed money, energy, whatever. Love. Okay? I get energy here. They wanted your energy because that's that's Action Guy, King of Wands. He's all about energy, right? And perhaps you put a lot of energy into this person, a lot of who you are, a lot of yourself into dealing with them, you know, and whatever the incident was, you know, and on all of whatever scales you was on with them. And they was eating that energy up. They was eating it up. Look like here. Which is why we're well seasoned. A little bit tired of the bullshit. Okay? And by little bit, I mean very and a lot is what I mean. Yeah. And they obviously wanted to kill your ego. And so I'm getting a bitch don't kill my vibe energy here. Bitch don't kill my vibe right here. Especially with Guede and the calm Obatala. Wise, cool, calm, decision making cat. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Listen. Listen. Oh. Fuck what you heard. It's what you hearing. Listen. Yeah, look. Oh, somebody wants to fight with you. I see. Mm-hmm. 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 Or somebody wanted to fight with you. Somebody wanted to get a rise out of you, or somebody wants to get a rise out of you. The answer is no here with the Empress figure. Okay, because she is sitting prettily. People are mad at it, but there's nothing they can do. You know? So it's like, imagine the Empress sitting on the throne and somebody like throws a tomato or some shit at you, or you know what I mean? Like does something weird, you know, or a beer bottle, and let's say a little bit of the beer splashes on the hem of your dress. Ladies, oh, that certainly is cause for war. Am I right, ladies? I know that's right. I really do. I really do. And you want to motivate. You want to motivate. You want to make that move. I know. I know. But you're tired of the bullshit. You got to find an alternative to war. You got to accept that people are going to be hating on you because you're sitting so fucking incredibly prettily. People are going to be mad at that. And you've got to just get fucking used to it. You can't argue with every motherfucker that's mad at you. You just cannot. You just cannot. Keep riding. Keep moving. Keep it moving. Okay. Keep it moving. That's a big one. I'm getting that real big time right there. I feel like I hit the daily double just now. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. Keep fucking moving. That's what you got to learn. Now take your time. Take your time. Because Obatala takes his sweet time. See, look. This is how we know. See the snails? Because he take his sweet time, that's why. He's the elder. He's the elder. And that's his energy. Cool, calm whiteness. You feel me? Cool. Staying cool. And you see this mountain in the back? That's that lofty thinking. Big picture thinking. I don't have time for this. I don't have time to bleed. I don't have time for these people to be slowing me down. I got a divine calling. God is calling me. I'm a divine child of God. I've been through too much of the bullshit. I don't have time. Okay? You dig what I'm saying? Or what time you have, it's yours. It's yours. You the emperor. They just gonna have to be mad. Do you feel me? Your time is yours. Okay? Let's come back around here. Yes, abundance. Yes, loved. Oh, you okay. So it's about to be seen. Let me tell you what's about to be seen. Because we have Yemiya, right? Which is the abundant future that's about to be born, right? A Yemiya giveth and Yemiya taketh away. Something is about to happen to you. It could be, if you're on the lover's floor, it could be a soulmate. This is also soul contracts, soulmate connections. What God has put together may no man tear asunder. Connection. Loss is not defeat, right? So in relationships, there might have been some losses back here with this angry lady who was wanting to remove some emperor from his seat, or some angry lady that was mad at the empress because the emperor gets, whatever, okay, for her or whatever, and she's competing with the real empress, things like that, right? Get off on your floor. But in lieu of all of that, whatever in lieu is, like they just have to stand there and watch you get blessed. They just gotta stand there while you're blowing past them. You are gonna be blowing past these haters. Yeah, blowing past the haters. Absolutely. Why? Because God is behind it all. That's why. Hello? So if you're about to be put together with a new soulmate, You know what I mean? They just gonna have to watch you do it, especially if there's feminines, if there was some masculine, that wanted to get a rise out of you, quite possibly. And you was the cool, calm, decision making cat. You dig it? And they gonna have to watch you get with somebody who fucking appreciates what you have to offer, being the empress, being abundant. They're gonna have to watch somebody else be abundant with you. Somebody else is gonna share in your blessings from God and your divine grace. Why? Because that person is also a child of God. That person is also called by God. See what I'm saying? So they might have to be mad about that. They might be feeling some kind of loss about that. Because you know what else? The Queen of Pentacles is the wife. It's wife energy. Empress, wife energy. Mother energy. Do you feel me? So ain't nothing they can do about it. Authority and confidence in life. Ain't nothing they can do about it. Sitting prettily. Ain't nothing they can do about it. They want to be mad at it. They want to fight with it. But instead, you're sitting on your throne. You remain upon the throne. So let's say they tried to dishonor you. Like I said, they threw something at you, Empress, while you was on the throne. Got a little something on the hem of your dress. Oh my God, that idea makes me so upset. And how dare somebody treat the Empress that way? Am I right? How dare you? And you remained on the throne. You remain seated. Seeing with the eyes of love. Ace of Cups energy. And then the Empress sees with the eyes of love. Why? Because you have an abundant future and you knew that. You knew that. Because something was telling you right here. This is pressure to communicate. This is also getting downloads from the spirit world. And the pressure that comes, those pressures that come are signals and they transmit data. It triggers your thought process and then you get the download up in this card. Okay? And that leads to your abundant future that further fortifies your seat upon the throne. So people is trying to destroy the divine throne. That's clear because here is the emperor, here is the empress. Okay? They're trying to destroy the divine throne. Well, the answer is no. I mean, I think we all knew that. The answer is no. You did the right thing and you do the right thing. And that's how we do it here. Okay, fantastic. Let's go on. Let's talk to Legba. Papa Legba, what you got to say? Okay, I know that's right. Papa Legba on the mic said justice is done. Justice, Libra. Okay. Justice is done. Karmic balance. Oh, boy. Well, it's interesting. Legba is the gatekeeper. He is the keeper of the crossroads. His words are sound formulas that unlock things. Okay, and here he's saying, first of all, we have the magician here, so that's manifestation juice. Okay, so your words have the power to manifest things. Your words have the power to create a balance, to activate the balance, to activate the protocols of justice so that justice is done and karma becomes balanced. Also seeing the matrix code past the illusion. So going back to, any concerns you might have about conflict or any conflicts that you might be having within, use your affirmations to keep yourself balanced. Remind yourself of the karmic laws of justice. They cannot be undone. Nothing is a threat to the karmic laws of justice. That's the law. That's the real matrix. That's for real and it's acceptable. Right there. That's God's matrix, not man's matrix. So also, anybody who was deceptive, anybody who was trying to be manipulative of you with words, do you feel me? um, that karma is going to be balanced. You could go ahead and, and remind yourself of that. Do you feel me? Let us move on. Look, okay. Oh, okay. All right, so the magician is giving me some strong manifestation juice. Yes. Okay, he's here on positive business. He's here on positive business, it appears here. This is some strong lover's floor business, it look like here. All right, because healing conversation, here's the lover's card. Mutual respect, healing conversation, mutual benefit. So we mutual right here. We mutual. And then 10 of cups. Do you feel me? Okay. So that looked like to be what the magician is manifesting. Okay, look like some words, some testimony may be forthcoming. Some testimony, because that's the justice card, and we're using words to remove obstacles. Something needs to be clarified, I think. Something needs to be clarified. Let us move on. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Okay, looks like somebody is on their way out of the bushes, look like here. They're on their way out of the bushes. Because I see some strong passion down here, is what I see. Ability to see the root causes clearly. And that's what's going to happen upon this upon this healing conversation. The balancing of the scale. So the mutual, and here's some passion, I suspect is also mutual. And perhaps somebody was hiding that with the magician, seeing as you got to see behind the illusion. 10 of cups. So maybe you somebody's 10 of cups, and they're interested in testifying, to that nature. They've been watching you in the bushes. And maybe that's the deception. Maybe the deception is not necessarily words, or it could be a combination of words and actions, but it looks like action is the strongest thing here in terms of, okay, the deception could be that they was in the bushes, and therefore to you that means, I don't know, it perpetuated some kind of illusion, or that the scales was imbalanced, or perhaps the respect wasn't mutual, or the passion wasn't mutual. Get off on your floor. All right. Let's go back to the sanctuary with this thing. Okay. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. Affirm that, especially if you're dealing with any discomfort here, and reminding yourself to look at the big picture. As if somebody is trying to get a rise out of you, or somebody is trying to make a move against the throne, remind yourself that justice is a fact of life for everyone. No one will escape. Do you feel me? Remind yourself of that. No one will escape. You cannot lose anything. All right, that you really need, because loss is never going to be defeat for you, children of God. It's never going to be defeat for you. It's always going to be something that feeds back into your wisdom. It's always going to be something that feeds back into your abundance, that strengthens and reinforces your throne. Right? Empress, Emperor. You feel me? Listen to the ancestors, because the 10 of cups in my deck, the Grand Bois, that's like heaven. That's where the ancestors go to be restful. And here we have a healing conversation, mutual benefit. They'll tell you what you need to know to be in right relationship here with the justice card, with the karmic balance card. They'll tell you what you need to do in order to pursue your passions righteously. Okay? And if you respect them, they will respect you, and you will always have the 10 of cups. You will always be in right relationship, ultimate favorable outcome right there. Okay? And you will always be healed and you will always be restored, because this is cyclical new beginnings in this card. The cross between the Empress and the High Priestess. You will always be able to renew yourself no matter what happens. Okay? Always. You know what you're doing. Magician card. He knows the secrets behind the illusion. Okay? What's the big old secret? You will always have the Ten of Cups with the Creator, with the ancestors. You will always be restored and renewed. Do you feel me? Seeing the root cause clearly. You will always see the root causes clearly eventually. Okay? Any last words before we go, ancestors? Creator? Well, to wrap it up, we want to say this. Stay in control and keep that mastery over your fiery emotions, over your passionate emotions. Be in control. You know, let it go expertly. And hold on expertly. You know, you have to know when that is, and you do. It looks like you're already the master. Okay, especially if you know the secrets behind the illusion and you know what you're doing, like what they just said. Do the right thing, do the divine work. You know what that is. You know your work. Right? That's locked into the passion here. You know your work. You feel me? Do it. Keep doing it. Do your thing, is what it looked like here. Do your thing. But stay open, though. You know, don't be rigid. Stay open to what they have to say, to their, you know, healing information, because it's gonna benefit both of you, for you to understand the information that they give you. It's gonna, you know, benefit the ancestors, the Creator. It's gonna benefit you, you know, everybody. All right, yeah, okay, all right. Forced sacrifice. All right, yeah, you have to be the master. There's no other alternative. So if you felt like, so get used to it. See, you see what I'm saying? Get used to it. Don't get hype, you know, because you know what you want to do. If somebody throw a beer bottle at you while you're sitting on the throne, you know what you want to do about that. You know exactly what you want to do about that. It requires you to get up off the throne to do it too. I know exactly what you mean. No, is what the ancestor said. Stay seated, okay? Listen, tell yourself whatever you got to tell yourself. Remind yourself that justice is a real thing. It's a real force, like gravity. It's real, okay? So don't worry. Nobody's getting away with nothing. Nobody's ever going to get away with nothing, okay? Don't worry. So they're saying don't get hype. You see what I'm saying? Somebody want to get you hype, I feel. I mean, I guess it's the devil, you know, riding in other people's bodies. You know what it is. It's a forced sacrifice. You don't have time to bleed. You don't have time to bleed. Facts. That's what it's telling me right now. You don't have time to get hype. You have to stay under control. You have to. Forced sacrifice. You must. Ain't nothing you can do about that. You have to do that. Okay, go ahead. You already know. High Priestess. You already know. This is part of your purpose. Get used to it. People are going to hate the fact that you're on the throne. What you need to understand and what you need to recall is that you need to use your words. I see what they're saying. Oh, listen. This is a tip. This is a tip. And this is how you're helping each other. Mutual benefit. Mutual respect. Ultimate favorable outcome. See, don't put your hands on people, because then that's how you catch a case. Do you see what I'm saying? I understand that you want to put your hands on people when they fucking up. And also the ancestors understand that too. Yeah, they do. They understand it very well. Right? But you may not. What they said is, let us do it. They're riding the human. Let us do it. We'll handle it. Because then you won't catch a case. Then this motherfucker can go tumbling down a flight of stairs and nobody can pin it on you. Do you feel me? Yeah, welcome to the Terror Dome, okay? What? Holy shit. These motherfuckers ain't ready for no children of God. We about to clap these motherfuckers with thunder. Do you feel me? We about to just clap they whole head. Abso-fucking-lutely. Use your power. See what I'm saying? Instead of getting hype, stay cool, stay, master your fire. Use your fire instead. You feel me? To practice your calling of the ancestors. Have them do it. Do you feel me? Abso-fucking-lutely. You talking about precision cutting. That is precision cutting right there. And that's how you handle that. So you stay cool, right? They throw the shit at you, you stay cool. And call your ancestors, while you pick the lint off your dress, and you brush off your lap. You dig it? Absolutely. And you'd be like, ancestors, would you remove that person? Thank you so much. And keep sitting fucking prettily on that throne. Do you feel me? Or gentlemen standing in your power, like some little kid, trying to bite at your ankles kind of thing. And that's how you handle them. Don't kick them. Don't kick them. You know what I'm saying? Don't kick them. Just be like, ancestors, come get this motherfucker, please. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. And you just remain standing like a mountain, unmoved. Unfucking moved. Cool as a motherfucking cucumber. You feel me? Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah, use your intuitive faculties. That's what they want you to do. It's kind of like they're tying your hands, because here, the zombie card in my deck, that's the Hangman. Okay, so she's tied up, essentially. She's tied up, right? As we know, the Hangman is tied up. And then here, this is kind of tied up as well, because, the strength and the passionate energy and the fire and the fury is bound. It's locked in place, and you can move, but you can't advance, because that would change the whole dynamic. That would be letting the fire out. She's holding the fire in control. This is how you have to learn how to live. You got to live like this, where you hold your fire under control, and that's where you live. Do you feel me? And then on the outside, and in the surrounding shell that's around your inner fire, is this cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat. This is what you give into the world. This is what you give into the world, and this is what you're giving to yourself. This is how you're operating, even though this might be how you're feeling and what you're capable of. Okay? But this is how you're operating. Cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat. You feel me? But I mean, you somebody's huckleberry if they want to take it there. You open to the possibilities here. That's what this empty, pot represents. It represents how she's open to the possibilities. Stay there. Hangman, stay there. Use your intuitive faculties. Don't move your body. Move your energy. You feel me? All right, keep going. Master of the head. I'm going to leave it there. All right, because now we got a circle on our hands right there. Master of the head. That's what you got to be. Profound realization of self, centered within the self. You have to be self-possessed. You have to be self-possessed. And that's got to be firm, because I suspect there's a devil loose, and he's got all his minions, and they're up to no good. They up to some ruckus. And anytime they bump into the divine children of God, you know that they're going to be trying to, sabotage God's plan, because, that's what they do. All right, but do the right thing and do the divine work. Let's go into that a little. What do you mean by that? Anything? Anything we missed? Okay, yeah, you're safe. You're safe. Like I said that down here in the beginning. Right? Face your fears. Be ready for anything. But you're safe. You're safe, because all these weapons, that's the ancestors having her back. You feel me? And here's the sanctuary. All right? So you're completely safe. Intimacy and trust. For those of you on the lover's floor, you're about to have a relationship like that, or your relationship that you're already in is going to that level. If you're dealing with two divine counterparts, your relationship is going to that level where you have that kind of intimacy and trust, where you got each other's back like that, like how the ancestors got our back. You could trust that other person to drive, and you can rest and know that you're going to end up in a place that's good for the both of you. You can trust that person, when they drive, is going to drive expertly, and they're going to take the wisest route. Cool, calm, wise, decision-making cat. They're going to follow their instincts. They're going to have downloads. The ancestors going to be guiding them, and you're going to be perfectly safe. All right? And that goes for both sides, for the divine children of God. Okay, go ahead. That's major arcana, by the way. So whatever's happening, it's major. It's major. So if it's a relationship, what's happening, if you're already in one, it's going to be major. If you're not already in one and you're getting together with somebody, it's going to be major. If we just up in the monastery with it, we about to make some major moves, y'all. Just shush, y'all, and you don't stop, okay? Wow, that's so interesting, because they say it's the inconvenient truth. You have to walk through the fire. Well, see, now it just got more intriguing. What do you mean by that? Okay, because you're not going to know everything, and you're not going to be sure. You're not going to be absolutely sure. And I get the sensation it's not because you don't feel sure. You're going to feel sure that this is the right move, that this is the right thing, or this is the right direction, or whatever. Okay, get off on your floor, right? You're going to be feeling sure, but you're going to be in conflict about feeling sure. You know what I'm saying? You're going to want to be sure that you're sure. That's how you're going to feel. Like, wait, no, let me double check this mathematics. Wait, let me do this again. And you're going to get the same answer each time. Everything is fine. This is the right thing. The ancestors have your back. You're going to get the same thing every fucking time you do the math. And at this point, you don't have time to do this 1,000 more times. You done already did this 1,000 times. You get the same answer. This is the direction. This is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to proceed in that direction. See, movement card, making that move. Movement. Let the ancestors drive. It's time. It's time. You dig it? And you feel that way. You feel like it's time. But you don't have receipts. You have no solid evidence. Like I was saying in the beginning of the reading, the ancestors are invisible. Okay? And that is something to deal with. Interfacing and having a full-on relationship with an invisible being. I mean, who do you have to be? You know what I'm saying? So I think it's reasonable that you're unsure, but it's actually a maneuver that the Creator wants you to do. She wants you to be able to proceed expertly when you can't see. She wants you to be able to move through the dark, and not bump into nothing, because you know how to surrender and let the ancestors drive. You see what I'm saying? So when God call you, you know to go to where God sends thee. You see what I'm saying? And then if you go through a dark space, you need to know to surrender to the ancestors. And that has to be active. She wants to see what you can do, because she's taking you on your way to your abundance. She wants to see that you will allow yourself to inhale and to exhale alternately, just as she has intended for you. Like, you're not just here to serve others, you're also here to serve yourself. You're also here to serve yourself. So you are her premier warrior. You are her premier child. And you're serving up all of the plates. And while that's lovely, she needed you to do that. But she can't have you getting skinny and withering away because you forgot to serve your own plate. You got to give first to your own hand up in here. Okay? And so that's what it looks like it's time for. It's time for you to have a seat and eat your food. And let yourself be served. They will serve you themselves, look like here. The ancestors. They will serve your plate. Everybody's eating, everybody's busy, you served everybody else. Now it's time for you to sit down, and the ancestors themselves God, him, his, itself will serve you directly. Hello? So take a seat at the head of the table. All right? Abso-fucking-lutely. Because this your domain. This your world. Divine children of God. That's what you about to walk into. You about to walk into your world. Abso-fucking-lutely. Listen, congratulations to us. I hope that message helps somebody out there. I really do. For more deep-ass readings, like, share, and subscribe. You know what it is. Swing by Amazon and pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. And I will see you again here soon, Priesthood, behind the black veil.